What's up, everybody? Sonic Blue here, and today I wanted to do a little bit of a different video. I've not really noticed a lot of people hitting on the subject of eye health, and one of the big things with VR is obviously it requires a good set of eyes. You don't have to have a good set, but you need eyesight, and there's not a lot of study and research that's been into the effects of eye health, with VR, the long term effects, because it's just not been out long enough to have an extensive study done. There are several studies going on right now, and for the most part, they haven't found any extreme cases of damage to the eye. Now, from personal experience, I have noticed that since I've started using VR, over the past few years, a lot more, I've noticed an increase in actually my left eye has started to be more dry, sort of, and I've noticed that the gland that secretes the oils onto your eye surface, I've noticed it not producing the oil as much, and I'm not sure if it's due to where the Oculus and the headsets are sitting at, and they're pressing in, possibly, sitting on that gland. Could just be diet, although I do drink only water, so, and a few teas, so that shouldn't have much of an effect on it. But I just wanted to share some things today that I have been doing as a preventative measure, and that have actually increased my eyesight and my night vision, your nighttime vision. uh, and I've got a few things here I wanted to share with some people that may find this interesting. Now, one of the things that I like to talk about right now is it's a antioxidant called lutein, and xanthine. I'm not sure if that's how you say it, but I'll put links in the description to a good supplement for that. But this is what it looks like. I'm not sure if you can see that. I don't have it focused, but this supports eye health. Now, in nature, these carotenoids are found in several vegetables, like carrots, for instance. They say carrots are great for the eyesight. One of the reasons for that is they contain high levels of this antioxidant. And we don't get enough, I don't believe, in our daily diet, unless you're just taking a supplement and you're eating vegetables constantly and you're a vegetarian, you might get enough then. But it never hurts because there's not really a recommended value of it. They say at least, I think it's like 30 milligrams a day is a good dose, a good daily value, but it varies from person to person, and your diet's going to change all that. So what it does is it helps to block out the blue light in the eye, and it keeps your central vision. You know how on the Oculus Go you have that sweet spot. Well, our eyes are very much like that, and we have the sweet spot dead center of our retina, and there's a thin layer there that's like a natural contact lens that's built onto our eye, and as the light passes through that, there's a yellow, kind of a yellowy colored layer there, and it gets that color from this antioxidant, and the light actually stops sort of there, and it doesn't hit the photoreceptors in the back of the eye. So that's one way that it helps to prevent macular degeneration, MGD syndrome, which is I don't want to say the word and mess it up, but it's the oil glands, which is what I actually have, that on your eyelid, if you'll look, the oil glands secrete and mix in with your tears, and it stops them from evaporating too quick. Now, when we play VR, a lot of times you can be interested in something and not blink enough, and the light can cause more strain on the eye, and there is heat coming off of that screen. So you got to think, this added heat and stress on the eye, that can increase the evaporation of tears. And lutein and these other antioxidants right here, they also help with cataracts. They prevent cataracts. The oxidation of that outer layer, that outer contact layer, they prevent that oxidization, and basically they just keep your eyes sharp. and they have been known to increase vision. And goes back to that whole, hey, carrots are great for eyes. That's why you know people who eat a lot of carrots, or they say rabbits have great eyesight and they can see good at nighttime as well. One of those things, the reason for that is because they eat these antioxidants a lot, and that's just a supplement right there. Now it's not going to hurt you. There's not really any side effects to it at all. I believe the only side effect is if you take high quantities of this, and I mean a lot of it. Like if you were to just go over what the bottle recommends and take like 5 of them a day, it's not going to kill you or hurt you. You could get a headache or something from it, but the only side effect that really would be alarming would be the pigment in that can come out in your skin color. Like it can come out secreted through your sweat glands on your skin, and it can it'll wipe off and everything. But that's in extreme cases if you're taking high amounts of it. Just taking one of these a day like you're recommended to, not going to do anything but increase your vision and protect you from vision degeneration, anything with your eyes deteriorating over time. So and like I said, we're using VR. Take care of your eyes. Your eyesight is not even worth VR. VR is amazing, and I am the biggest fan. I love it, very passionate about it. But, you've got other things in life that require your eyesight, and that's, family, friends, kids, wives, husbands. You don't want to lose that sight. You don't want to hurt it. There's enough stuff in the nature today that, cause our eyesight to go down on its own, and in our food. So, that just helps. Now, another thing is, some people may have chronic dry eye and they may not even know it. I just recently found out that I have, these symptoms, and I've dealt with them my whole life, but I was always afraid that something was wrong with my eye, because of this, the situation I was in, where it would always feel like maybe it was dry, or, you would think that there's an eyelash or something in your eye, and there's not, and you're just sitting there just messing with your eye all day, or it's just constantly watering. That could be due to the fact that, there's an imbalance there. And many of you probably have used these before, but TheraTears is another good brand of eye drops. These are great. Now, these are going to replicate your tears, and they're going to give you instant relief. What I like to do before I play now is I'll put 2 drops in each eye, and I'll throw my VR headset on. And what that does is that for the next hour or 2 that I'm playing, my eyes are good and hydrated. This right here it's pH balanced to replicate your actual tears. And I've noticed, I've not had any issues at all since I've been using this stuff. So, I mean, it's another one. I'll put links to it as well in the description. And there are a few other brands like what are some of the other ones? I believe I can't think of them right off bat, but this one right here is one of the more affordable brands. That's why I'm recommending it. This isn't a paid sponsorship or anything. I'm just trying to share some things with some people that may be experiencing it and they don't know what's going on. They're like, oh, my eyes have been hurting a lot more, or I can't play VR long. It hurts my eyes. A lot of times when you put a VR on, and you may be sensitive to light, it may not be your eye. It may be the fact that your eye isn't getting the proper lubrication, and it's not got the proper, minerals in it that it needs, So, just that's one, and that's for the tear production. Now, I talked about the issue that I have with the oil glands. I think they're called meobli. I'm not sure, it's meobli gland dysfunction or something, but that, I have that, and it's not as bad. They say it gets worse with age, and sometimes it can just clear up on its own. It can be caused by inflammation of the eyelids, you just rubbing your eyes a lot. And just basically what that means is the little oil glands, when you pull back your eyelid and you look right underneath your eyelashes, there are tiny it look like little dots of oil that come out there. And that mix in with your tears, the liquid part of your tears. And the oil stops the tears from evaporating too quick. So when wind hits it, the oil's not going to let it evaporate. It's going to stay there longer. And one of the things that you can do if you're just having this issue with that oil part is these right here. They're called Retain. I'm going to get them in there. It's not really focusing, but these are called Retain Complete Dry Eye Relief, and they are for people with MGD, dysfunction, meibomian gland dysfunction, and they are basically a natural oil that replicates the oil that those glands are supposed to put out, but they're not, because those glands get clogged up. And the procedure to actually fix that, it's not a permanent one, but they basically they take this little paddle thing, it's like a tiny little looks like part of a tweezer, and they scrape the rim of your eye with it, and they keep doing that, and what that does is gets the old buildup of that gunk out of your eye. Now when you wake up in the morning, sometimes you might have like eye matter there. It's what a lot of people call it, or whatever. There's a lot of different names for it, slang terms for it, but the stuff that ends up in the corner of your eyes. Now that's built up of many things, dirt and debris and just dead cells and things like that. But the main consistency of it that gives it its color is that oil that comes out of your eyes, and that is the function. That's another function of that oil. It's to basically wick away the trash that gets on your eye. Anything that gets through your eyelashes, that oil helps to push it out to the corner of the eye and get it out. And if you're not producing enough oil, then one of the things that's going to happen is it's not going to happen. You're not going to get that in the morning where you're like, oh hey, I don't have that there anymore. This eye feels a little funny a lot, or this eye feels a little funny here recently. It's real sensitive to wind and light a lot more than usual, or a tingling, burning sensation. It can just feel like pressure in your eye. A lot of people will classify the feeling as a different sensation, but these come in single tubes like this, and they are, good for 2 eyes. They have 3 drops in each eye. I've actually twisted the lid off and used it in one eye if I didn't need it in the other eye, and you can pop the lid right back on. It's not recommended to. I do it all the time and nothing happens. I would put this back somewhere like in a Ziploc bag or somewhere where it's not going to get damaged or come in contact with anything, because you want to keep these things sterile, the tips of them. You never want to get anything in your eye like that. But these give you immediate relief. I mean completely immediate relief of any of your issues. They're very soothing. They don't burn. They don't do any of that. And they clear your vision up a lot. I've actually found that I normally wear glasses, and I don't have to wear glasses, but I do for, I can't see things far off. So, when it comes to when I use these, I can see a lot further than I normally could. And I think that's due to the fact that the oil, which is also a layer of sort of like a lens, it helps to, I guess it helps to filter out and magnify things as well. This helps with that. And I've noticed a huge, difference and improvement in my eyesight since I've been using these things. And I don't even have to use those as much. Now, the price is going to vary, but these TheraTears, they go for, I think, like $13 at Walmart. And I know that's pretty expensive for some eye drops, but be honest with yourself. We take care of other things on our body in, a lot of crazy ways, and we go to the extremes. But one of the things that often go unchecked and untaken care of because you think that they maintain themselves, and they usually do, are our eyes. But I'm not going to put a price on eyesight, because that is one of the senses that it can't be replaced with anything. I'll tell you that, and I just wanted to do this video to share these things with some people who may be having issues. These products are great products and will help with a lot of your issues. You may not need them all. You may need them all. I have stopped using the TheraTears as much since I've been using the Retain for MGD syndrome. I stopped using these as much. Now, sometimes in the mornings when I wake up, I'll put a drop or two of these in this one eye that bothers me a lot, and But basically, these are going to be a little bit more expensive, coming in at around $20. And like I said, they come with 30 doses, and they here's a little diagram right there to show you. Yeah, they're really good. These right here, I think they were like $8 on Amazon for 120, and it's one a day. So you got 120 days that this is going to last you. And in my opinion, that's a great deal. And I have noticed a huge difference in my eyesight. My eyes don't hurt as much, and one of the reasons I'm probably able to stop using these things as much is because of this. Because this helps with the strength of the eye and the tear production and all that. This is just an all-around eye support. And I highly recommend this. If you don't use the others or don't need the others, you need to incorporate this into your diet, especially if you're playing VR a lot. If you're a big VR enthusiast, think about it. You can't do anything in VR if you lose your eyesight or as your eyes start to decrease. And none of us have, studied the effects of eyesight in VR long enough to even know if there is damage. And I mean, you've got a screen sitting this far away from your eyes. It can't hurt to take any kind of preventative measures. And like I said, these are great with the part of the eye that filters out blue light, the harmful blue rays and things like that. So, I'll put links to all these things in the description of this video, but I thought I would share that with you guys. And just to be, just for watching this video today, and I'm going to give away 4 copies of Wander, the app. It's basically like a Google Earth Street View kind of thing in VR. It's an amazing app. If you haven't tried it, please check it out. Like I said, I'm giving away 4 free copies. All you have to do is subscribe to this page and give me a like, and just comment your name. Comment your Oculus name down below. And if you're already a friend of mine and you see this video, message me on Facebook and let me know, because I don't want that to cut anybody out from getting the key. Most of my friends, I think, on there already have the app, but some new people are getting it, and some new people are getting Oculus Go's, and just thought I would do a little small giveaway for this. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video.